Every single morning, as we open our eyes to the dawn of a new day, there's an opportunity waiting to unfold, a chance for us to align our steps with a divine purpose. It's a moment to pause and invite the guiding hand of the Almighty into our lives, seeking not just blessings or favors, but for direction, insight, and the wisdom to navigate the intricate pathways of existence. In the tapestry of life, every thread is woven with encounters yet to be made, challenges yet to be faced, and decisions yet to be taken. We embark upon each day's journey not knowing the twists and turns that lie ahead, not knowing the faces we'll meet or the obstacles we'll encounter. It's in these uncertain moments that the importance of living in sync with a higher purpose becomes paramount. Are we merely passengers drifting aimlessly through the currents of life, or are we co-pilots actively engaging with the divine navigator to chart our course? Are we attuned to the subtle whispers of providence, guiding us towards our destined paths? Or do we only call upon the divine in times of dire need, when our strength falters and our resolve wanes? Living in a relationship with the divine isn't just about seeking solace in moments of distress. It's about surrendering our will to a greater design, about acknowledging that there's a purpose beyond our understanding and that every step we take is part of a grander scheme. It's about embracing the uncertainty of life with faith, knowing that even in the darkest of nights, there's a guiding light illuminating our way. It's about finding solace amid chaos, knowing that there's a plan unfolding far beyond the scope of our limited vision. Each day becomes a canvas upon which we paint our intentions, our aspirations, and our prayers. It's a canvas that's constantly being shaped and molded by the divine hand, each stroke adding depth and meaning to the masterpiece of our lives. So, as we embark upon the journey of a new day, let us not forget to pause, to seek, and to surrender. Let us invite the divine into every facet of our existence, trusting that in His wisdom lies the best path for every one of us. For in seeking His will, His purpose, and His plan, we find not just direction but fulfillment, peace, and an unwavering sense of purpose. Indeed, the divine plan for each of us isn't shrouded in secrecy, but rather it's a beacon of light waiting to guide us through life's labyrinth. There's no checklist to tick off or hoops to jump through to unravel this plan. Rather, it's as simple as earnestly seeking guidance from the Almighty and being receptive to His voice. In every situation, whether faced with triumph or tribulation, the first instinct should be to turn to God. It's a fundamental truth reiterated time and again. Without Him, our efforts are futile, our paths uncertain. He beckons us to approach Him in prayer, to lay our burdens at His feet, knowing that He is always ready to lend His aid, to perform miracles beyond our comprehension. In the realm of prayer, there exists a power unmatched by any earthly force. It's a power that transcends boundaries, defies logic, and brings forth transformation where there was once despair. What obstacle, what challenge, what insurmountable barrier can withstand the relentless fervor of prayer? For in the act of prayer, we not only communicate our needs and desires to the divine, but we also open ourselves to receive His divine wisdom, His divine intervention. It's a communion that transcends the limitations of human understanding, where the whispers of the divine resonate deep within our souls, guiding our steps and shaping our destinies. God's desire for us to commune with Him in prayer isn't just a mere suggestion, it's an invitation to partake in the miraculous. He longs for us to surrender our fears, our doubts, and our inadequacies, knowing that in His boundless love, He stands ready to fulfill that which we cannot accomplish on our own. So let us heed the call to prayer with unwavering faith, knowing that in the presence of the Almighty, there exists a power that can move mountains, can conquer the darkest of nights. For in His infinite wisdom, His infinite grace lies the assurance that His plan for us is one of prosperity, of hope, and everlasting love. Truly, there is nothing beyond the reach of the Almighty's hand. He possesses the power to dismantle the most impenetrable barriers, to transform hearts and nations with but a whisper of His will. In the face of daunting challenges, amid overwhelming circumstances, we must turn to Him, and we believe in His omnipotence and His unwavering love. Consider the Iron Curtain, once thought to be an insurmountable divide, yet, in the blink of an eye, under the divine orchestration of providence, it crumbled, paving the way for freedom and unity. Such is the magnitude of the Almighty's power, a power that knows no bounds, that transcends the limitations of human understanding. Every moment spent in communion with the divine is a testament to our reliance on His grace and our trust in His providence. It matters not whether we are early risers or night owls. What matters is that we carve out moments, however brief, to connect with the source of all strength and wisdom. Even if it's just 2 minutes before the day's hustle and bustle commences, let us make it a priority to commune with the Creator, to acknowledge His sovereignty over our lives. Indeed, the bigger our problems, the more imperative it becomes to seek solace in the presence of the Almighty, for it is in those moments of desperation, those moments of utter helplessness, that His divine intervention shines brightest. Let us not allow pride or self-sufficiency to hinder us from seeking His guidance and His direction. Starting the day with a conversation with God isn't just a ritual, it's an affirmation of our dependence on His wisdom and His guidance. It's a recognition that no matter how meticulously we plan our days and our lives, we ultimately surrender to a higher purpose, a divine plan beyond our comprehension. So let us not neglect the importance of seeking God's direction in our lives. Let us not fall prey to the illusion of self-sufficiency, but rather humbly acknowledge our need for His guidance and His grace. For in His presence, in His unfailing love, we find not only direction but also the assurance that we are never alone on this journey called life. Living day after day without consulting with God reflects a fundamental attitude toward divine guidance and authority. It's a stance that implies self-sufficiency, an attitude of "I can manage without divine intervention." But embedded within this self-assuredness lies a subtle rejection of dependency on a higher power. It's essentially saying, "I don't need God's input, I've got this under control." Yet this perspective begs the question, do we truly act as if we don't need God, or do we recognize our need for Him in every aspect of our lives? The paradox is that the less time we allocate to God, the more crucial it becomes to spend time with Him. However, despite the recognition of its importance, many struggle to integrate this commitment into their daily routines consistently. The battle for time with God is not merely a physical or logistical struggle, but a spiritual one as well. Satan, the embodiment of opposition to all things godly, actively seeks to distract and divert attention away from spending time in communion with the divine. He tempts us with busyness, distractions and trivialities, anything to keep us from that vital connection. Yet the significance lies not solely in the activities performed during that time with God, but rather in the act of setting aside that time as a deliberate acknowledgement of dependence. It's about carving out a sacred space in our busy schedules to honor God and affirm our reliance on His guidance and support. It's a declaration that we recognize our inadequacy without Him and that we seek His presence in every facet of our existence. In essence, time with God is a profound statement of humility and surrender, acknowledging that our efforts alone are insufficient and that we need divine assistance to navigate the complexities of life. It's a daily reaffirmation of our faith and a commitment to walking in alignment with God's will. So, while the specifics of how we spend that time may vary, what truly matters is the heart posture behind it, a posture of dependence, gratitude, and reverence for the Creator of the universe. When was the last instance you found yourself uttering those earnest words? "God, what do you want me to do about this? What about my relationship with her or him? What about my career? Lord, where do you want me to reside? What about pursuing a different path professionally?" It's a profound moment when you open yourself up to the divine, to that holy presence that encompasses all knowledge and genuinely seeks your well-being. When was the last time you allowed your heart to connect with the divine and earnestly asked, "Lord, Reveal your will to me. Guide my steps. In a world where many believe they can navigate life solely on their terms, there's a tendency to overlook the importance of seeking divine guidance. Some live following their desires, yet find themselves trapped in a cycle of discontent. It's a puzzling reality that despite the availability of divine wisdom, some individuals remain hesitant to seek it, convinced that their intellect alone is sufficient for navigating life's complexities. It's truly remarkable how the answers to our most pressing challenges can often be found within the pages of sacred texts. Every problem, every dilemma, every uncertainty, the wisdom to overcome them lies within the timeless teachings of faith. Yet, despite this profound truth, many continue to grapple with their struggles independently, unaware of the wealth of guidance available to them. In a world consumed by self-reliance and the pursuit of personal agendas, it's crucial to pause and reflect on the significance of surrendering to a higher power. It's in moments of humility and openness that we allow divine guidance to illuminate our paths and lead us toward fulfillment and purpose. So, when was the last time you opened your heart to the divine and earnestly sought guidance? The answer may just hold the key to unlocking a life of meaning and abundance. The Word of God holds transformative power in our lives, but its efficacy relies on our willingness to heed its guidance. It's not merely about perfunctorily studying Scripture out of obligation, it's about embracing it as a source of wisdom and insight. Living by the will of God entails a profound surrender, a recognition that our understanding is limited and that divine wisdom surpasses our own. Have you embraced God's plan for your life, or have you convinced yourself that you can navigate life's complexities alone? God's plan for each individual is tailor-made and intricately designed to align with our unique talents, abilities, and skills. You may doubt your capabilities compared to others, but rest assured, God has equipped you with a purpose that is uniquely yours. Your life holds significance because it was envisioned by the divine. Every aspect of your being is part of a grander design. In moments of doubt or uncertainty, it's imperative to remember that God's love and guidance are ever present. He invites us to approach Him daily, to engage in dialogue, and to seek His counsel. Despite life's challenges, hiding from them or attempting to navigate them alone is not the answer. Instead, we're called to emulate Jesus' example, to face our trials with courage and faith, trusting in God's divine plan. So as you face each day, remember that God eagerly awaits your communion with Him. He longs to hear your prayers, to guide you along the path He has set for you. Embrace His plan, trust in His wisdom, and find solace in the knowledge that you are never alone on this journey called life. In every facet of your existence, from the mundane to the monumental, there exists an undeniable connection to the divine, a tether binding you to the very essence of God's purpose for your being. It's not merely a matter of cherry-picking moments to include the divine. Rather, it's a profound recognition that every breath, every decision, and every interaction bears the mark of the divine. Consider your marriage a sacred covenant woven with threads of love and commitment. In this union, the presence of God is not just desirable, it's indispensable. For it is through His grace and guidance that the bond between spouses is fortified, that communication flourishes, and that forgiveness flows freely. To navigate the complexities of marriage without seeking the wisdom and strength that emanate from God is akin to traversing a stormy sea without a compass, a perilous journey fraught with uncertainty and strife. Likewise, in the realm of parenthood, the divine presence is an ever-present necessity. As you nurture and guide your children, shaping their character and instilling values, it is God's hand that guides yours, offering solace in times of uncertainty and wisdom in moments of doubt. To embark upon the journey of parenthood without invoking the divine guidance of the Almighty is to navigate a labyrinth without a map, a daunting task fraught with pitfalls and unforeseen challenges. Even in the realm of employment, where the pursuit of success and ambition often reign supreme, the divine presence remains a steadfast companion. As you navigate the intricacies of your career, making decisions that shape your professional trajectory, it is God's wisdom that illuminates the path before you, offering clarity amidst the chaos and purpose amidst the uncertainty. To pursue your professional endeavors without seeking the divine counsel of the Almighty is to embark upon a journey without a destination, a futile pursuit devoid of true fulfillment and meaning. It is imperative to recognize that the desire of a holy God transcends mere material prosperity. It encompasses every aspect of your being, from the depths of your soul to the heights of your aspirations. There is no corner of your existence untouched by the divine presence, no facet of your life beyond the reach of His love and guidance. In the sacred scriptures, there resounds a resounding affirmation of God's boundless love and unwavering commitment to your well-being. His plans for your life are not dictated by the standards of the world or the expectations of others. They are uniquely tailored to the essence of your being, crafted with care and purpose by the hands of the divine. Indeed, you are fearfully and wonderfully made, each intricacy of your being a testament to the divine craftsmanship of the Almighty. Embrace the truth that God's love knows no bounds and that His plans for your life are as vast and boundless as the heavens themselves. And in every moment, in every decision, in every aspect of your existence, may you find solace in the knowledge that you are held in the loving embrace of a God who wants nothing but the best for you. Suppose you find yourself at the ripe age of 50, just embarking on your spiritual journey, newly embraced by the grace of salvation, inquiring earnestly, "What is God's will for me?" Fear not, for the omniscient Creator meets you precisely where you stand, with a depth of understanding that transcends the limitations of time and circumstance. God's will for you does not hinge on the errors of the past, nor does it dwell on the missteps that have peppered your life's journey. Instead, His divine will is a beacon of hope, a promise of redemption and renewal that extends far beyond the confines of human frailty. Though the tapestry of your life may be woven with threads of regret and mistakes, God's grace has the power to unravel the knots of the past and to mend the fabric of your existence with threads of mercy and forgiveness. He does not seek to erase your past, but rather to empower you to transcend it, to rise above the shadows of yesterday and embrace the radiant dawn of a new beginning. Through the transformative power of His love, God bestows upon you the gift of perspective, illuminating the path before you with clarity and purpose. He invites you into a relationship with Jesus Christ, a communion of souls that transcends earthly bounds and defies human understanding. In this sacred union, you will discover depths of grace and mercy that will astonish you, forging a bond that withstands the tests of time and trial. Indeed, every soul has stumbled along the journey of life, succumbing to the pitfalls of human frailty and imperfection. Yet, in the eyes of a loving God, your worth remains unblemished, your potential untarnished by the stains of sin. For His love knows no bounds, His grace knows no limits, extending from the first breath of life to the very last heartbeat. As you navigate the winding roads of existence, let the presence of God be your guiding light, illuminating the path before you with steadfast love and unwavering faith. Invite Him into the center of your life, allowing His divine will to shape your thoughts, your actions, and your aspirations. In God's unfathomable wisdom, He sees not just who you are, but who you are destined to become. Trust in His plan for your life, for it is a plan rooted in love, purpose, and everlasting grace. And as you walk hand in hand with the Creator, may you find solace in the knowledge that His will for you is nothing short of extraordinary, extending beyond the boundaries of time and space, embracing you with arms of boundless love and infinite mercy. God's desire is not merely to occupy a peripheral space in your life. Rather, He yearns to take center stage, to be the focal point around which every aspect of your existence revolves. He stands ready to offer guidance, to unveil truths that lie hidden in the recesses of your soul. But such revelations require an act of surrender on your part. Consider this. Would a benevolent creator fashion a plan for your life steeped in despair and suffering? Certainly not. While it's true that God's plan may not always align with your desires or expectations, it is infused with a pearl of wisdom and compassion that transcends human comprehension. This does not imply that God's plan is devoid of challenges or hardships. Indeed, many individuals traverse arduous paths fraught with obstacles and trials. Yet, even amidst the tempests of life, God's presence remains steadfast, His love unwavering. Perhaps you find yourself burdened by the weight of past mistakes, convinced that redemption is beyond your reach. Take heart, for in the boundless grace of God there exists a reservoir of hope from which you may draw endlessly. There is no pit of despair so deep that God cannot lift you from its depths, no darkness so pervasive that His light cannot penetrate. It's crucial to acknowledge that the journey to redemption may be arduous, marked by moments of anguish and pain. Yet, through it all, God walks alongside you, guiding your steps and cradling your weary soul in His loving embrace. Though the road may be fraught with uncertainty, rest assured that God's steadfast love will never falter, His unwavering presence a beacon of hope in the darkest of nights. So if you find yourself at a crossroads, weighed down by the burdens of the past, remember this: there is always hope in the divine, a promise of renewal and restoration that transcends the limitations of human frailty. Surrender your fears and doubts to the Creator and allow His boundless love to carry you through the trials that lie ahead. For in the end, it is not the magnitude of your mistakes that defines you, but rather the depth of God's mercy and grace that uplifts you to new heights of redemption and transformation. God's love for you surpasses all understanding, for He comprehends the intricacies of your being more intimately than you could ever fathom. In His boundless compassion, He understands why you stumble, why you falter, why you make mistakes. No one possesses the ability to guide you with the precision and tenderness that God can muster. He is omniscient, acquainted with every facet of your existence, the obstacles you face, the opportunities you miss, the deepest yearnings of your heart. Though you may find yourself lacking in certain aspects of life, bereft of the blessings that others seem to effortlessly attain, rest assured that God has a purpose for your unique journey. He crafted you with care and intention, instilling within you a divine spark that yearns for fulfillment and purpose. Contrary to the notion that God desires your misery, He longs for you to experience a profound sense of satisfaction and contentment in life. Indeed, when you place your trust in Him as your Savior, you reflect the very essence of His divine nature. And in doing so, you open yourself to the abundance of blessings and grace that flow from His loving embrace. For God's will for you is not shrouded in darkness or ambiguity. It is a beacon of hope, guiding you toward a future filled with promise and possibility. Even during your darkest moments, when shame and regret threaten to overwhelm you, know that God's ear is ever attuned to your cries. There is no sin too great, no mess too tangled, that His love cannot unravel. If only you would reach out to Him in earnest supplication, He stands ready to receive you with open arms, to shower you with His boundless grace and mercy. You are not forgotten, nor are you forsaken. In the eyes of God, you are cherished beyond measure, loved with a depth and intensity that transcends the confines of human comprehension. So, lift your voice in prayer and know that He listens, not with condemnation, but with a love that knows no bounds, a love that yearns to lift you from the depths of despair and set you up on a path illuminated by His eternal light. No matter where you've been, what you've done, or the chaos that surrounds you, God's love remains steadfast and unwavering. It's a love that transcends the limitations of human understanding, a love that cannot be altered or diminished by the mistakes of the past. Regardless of the mess you may find yourself in, God's love for you remains unchanged. Indeed, there is nothing you can do to alter the boundless love of God for yourself. His forgiveness knows no bounds. It is absolute and unconditional. He stands ready to transform the wreckage of your life into something magnificent if only you are willing to surrender to His grace. You may find yourself grappling with feelings of unworthiness, convinced that you don't deserve the love and forgiveness that God offers so freely. But let me ask you this: who among us truly deserves anything? It is not by our merit that we receive God's grace, but by His unfathomable love and mercy. If you ever doubt what God is capable of doing for you, look no further than the cross. It is there, in the ultimate sacrifice of Jesus Christ, that the depth of God's love for you is revealed. He willingly laid down His life so that you might experience abundant life, a life overflowing with purpose, joy, and hope. Through His sacrifice, God offers you forgiveness for your past mistakes and the promise of a new beginning. Today, right now, you have the opportunity to allow God to transform your life, wash away the stains of the past, and set you on a path toward a brighter future. So, embrace the love that God offers, accept the forgiveness that He extends, and allow Him to work miracles in your life. For in His hands, even the most broken and battered souls can be restored to wholeness and made new again.